Hey guys, I'm here and as promised I'm going to make what I call hangover food. That I don't have any hangovers, that's just a minor detail, but I will get started in a sec. Here's some of the ingredients I'm going to use. I'm going to use onions, mushrooms, bacon, and ground beef. On top of that I'm going to use a few other ingredients such as eggs, etc, etc. But let's get started. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the onions. And yes, I did wash my hands before I even started. So this is what can you call it? My own take on a very classic Danish dish. Normally we use pork, but I don't have any pork, so I'm going to use beef. You could actually call it meatballs, but they're way too large to be meatballs. So first of all, I'm just going to clean the onions very quick, and then I'm going to cut them out into small squares, or whatever you want to call them. So, and of course, nothing is going to work as it should be. But see, the easiest way to do this for me is just going in here. Oh yeah, and by the way, my knives are sharp, so in case I cut myself, I will bleed like crazy. You might at some point see a cat paw trying to come up over the side, but that's due to my very, very little cat who's always very interested when I'm cooking. So basically we just do these onions quickly, and it's like the easy way is just do this, because you will get, it's a faster way of doing it, at least that's what I think. I do like my chunks of onion quite big, but of course you can make them smaller. But I use normally 2 to 3 onions depending on the amount of beef, and I can see with the beef I got here I'm only going to use about 2 onions. So I'm going to do this very quickly, and I'm just going to cut and get back to you when I chopped up all the onions. Okay, I'm back. I'm just going to do the mushrooms quickly. I'm just going to slice them into pretty thin slices. These mushrooms are not totally fresh, they're dehydrated. I had some that were dried, so I dehydrated these, and I'm going to use these because I do like the different flavors in the food. Oh yeah, and by the way, I didn't cut myself before, but it happens, and I'm quite nervous to be on camera, to be honest. But as I said, this is a retake on a Danish dish. I just like it to do slightly different. I also use garlic in this, but that's again a matter of taste, and I do love my garlic, so I hope you guys can live with that. And of course, you can just choose not to use it. There's actually quite a lot of filling here, but okay. I'm just going to grab some garlic. The easiest way to peel garlic is basically just to put them down here on the floor, have a pretty wide knife, crush them, and what you'll find out is the skin just peels off. Or well, it normally does just peel off, but today it won't, of course. But there we go. And since I'm going to chop up the garlic finally, it doesn't really matter that it doesn't look fantastic. There we go. That's the easiest way to do it, if you ask me. And then you just chop it up. I know I'm in no way a professional chef. I'm a happy amateur, but friends usually tell me that I do make pretty decent food. So what I have here is the ground beef. I'll say this is about probably around 600-700 grams, which is about a little more than a pound. Let's just see how much there is here. I'm not really sure. Okay, it's 600 grams right on the money, which is like 1/4 pound or something like that. Basically, I'm going to put this up to the bowl because I'm going to mix all the stuff into this. Okay, then I have my bacon. In Denmark, we sadly don't get really good quality bacon because we export all of it. I'm just going to slice that up finely. And again, use a pretty sharp knife and do not cut yourself. Also, always remember to use 2 different cutting boards. I use one for veggies of any kind and one for meat. And this is my meat cutting board and the other is my veggie cutting board. So just chop this off, like pretty rough. And you don't have to use bacon, but I really do like the smoke flavor, and this is smoked bacon. So just going to grind it into kind of paste. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab all the bacon, put it up here on top of my beef. I'm going to remove this cutting board. So this is the beef and the bacon. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add an egg. Might add 2, but depending on how this turns out. And I'm just going to use my hands. And yes, I did wash my hands before this to mix this stuff together. And I can see that I'm going to need 2 eggs. So, but I'm just going to mix this together to start with. I'm just going to grab everything here, which was onions, garlic, mushrooms. And I'm just going to mix this all together. Might not look fantastic, but I tell you, it tastes really, really good. Also, remember to flavor the meat. And I like my food quite salty, but then again, I'm from Denmark, and we do use way too much salt in our food. But again, it's hangover food, and you're going to need fluid, and one of the things you're also going to need is salt. So be generous with the salt. Of course, if you don't like salt, then don't be generous. Okay, I lent the Doctor's cam and I'm running out of battery now, so I'm just going to cut this right now and I'm going to return so you guys can see the result. Okay, I'm sadly going to run out of battery, but here they are. I thought I had sound on before, so I'm going to try to put a soundtrack over after this, but the camera kind of screwed with me. Okay, this is how they look now. They're getting pretty brown and all that stuff. Sadly, I have a lot of problem with Doctor's cam here. It doesn't really do like I wanted to do, so give me a sec. I'll show you guys how it looks. So basically what you do is you just fry them off until they're brown and nice. This is made with beef, so if it's there a little like red inside, it doesn't really matter. It's pretty decent quality beef. But if you do it with pork, you have to make sure they're cooked all the way through. Hopefully the quality of my video is going to be a hell of a lot better next time. But this is basically just pretty fast. It takes about half an hour to make, and they taste fantastic. So thanks for this time, and enjoy yourself, guys. And I hope that you will watch my video and try it out. See ya.